So welcome everyone to one of the most requested videos on the channel, the ratings update video after the Tour de France. Now, I forgot to record the audio for it, but I was doing it with Taylor like last time, and you can hear him and you can see my reaction to what we're doing with the ratings, so it should be fine. We're gonna go through most of the ratings, most of the top teams, and of course the biggest riders, the most improved riders, and not improved riders of this year's Tour de France, and updated ratings. And yeah, you're going to see exactly our opinions and, of course, factual opinions on how the rating should be. So let's get into it.
Yeah, I mean, one stage win was probably about what we expected for this one. And in all honesty, I kind of agree with the sprint and acceleration. Like his acceleration is clear of everybody else's, though. Hill stat is fine in my view, and like he's not too great in the mountains. So maybe give his mountain a +1 just for like maybe he can't be asked. But the cobblestones is where he really shines, isn't it? And I mean, yeah, I think I'd up his acceleration maybe to 81, just because, like, yeah, he is a quick guy when he gets going. And maybe his hill up 1 because he was good in the hill stages, yeah. Well, yeah, he's backed it up as well. He's, because we're obviously recording this right after the Tour de France, he won the first stage of the Vuelta as well. That's a prediction. Um So, I mean, for me, he's, I was not familiar with his game, I've got to be honest, entering the Tour de France, and the guy delivered. So, I think for that, I am gonna give him 82 sprint, and I'm gonna give him maybe 81 acceleration, have him competing with because on the one well, admittedly, he wasn't against Milan or Miller, but on the one stage where those 2 weren't there, he dusted the field. So, I think that's fair. I mean, the dude's pretty crazy at Roubaix, to be fair. I'd maybe up his flat by 1 because his cobble's pretty good anyway. This is a stage winner you're talking about, but not in a sprint, which is the weird thing. Yeah, and I mean, the guy was saying, like, he'd never not, like, won anything that wasn't a sprint, before the Tour. Um, so, yeah, it's pretty crazy that he won, like, a breakaway stage on his own. So for me, we're looking at all the other stats, bar his points. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at with Groves personally. And uh, yeah, 73 I'll go with then, like, yeah, stamina and resistance actually are quite okay. It's kind of I'd maybe even drop his sprint and acceleration slightly just because, like, it's not really near Philipsen. But, like, Hill, for example, I'd maybe up that by 1, um, maybe up his medium mountain to, like, 68 as well, and maybe his mountain by 1 as well. Just make him a bit more versatile, And maybe his flat too to, like yeah, 74 flat. Riders that have impressed me at the Tour, I mean, apart from those 3, it was fairly regulatory. I think Rickart's got decent flat stats anyway because he's a good lead out man. He was in that breakaway with Van der Poel, to be fair. Yeah, I might give him, like, sort of 70 resistance and, like, 71 stamina maybe, just to give him a bit of a buff. Yeah, do you know what? He was overrated going in. I'll be honest and go in and say that. However, like, his Tour de France was very good, and I don't wanna say I saw it coming, but the results, like, were positive, but not that positive, and we'll get to Oscar Onley later. Um, but for me, yeah, Vauquelin, we need to talk. So, 74 flat's fine for me. I think his sprint maybe needs to go up slightly, like +2 maybe. Um, and actually his acceleration, like, he didn't really prove it too heavily. Maybe if you're gonna downgrade something, you drop his acceleration by, like, 1, but it was in the sort of other areas where he really shone at his best. I still think 80 hills slightly over. I'd maybe give him 79. Um, then for me, medium mountain goes back to 78, definitely. And, like, his mountain was the big performance this year. Are we saying, like, 75, 76? Ooh, yeah. Time trial needs to go down, though. Come on, 78 time trial, I'll be mad. I'd maybe go sort of 70, maybe 77, 75. Yeah. And then his secondaries, like, secondaries are fine, really. Stamina maybe 74, and then, yeah, resistance looks okay, and everything else is, yeah, he's an interesting discussion point. Um, First of all, like, up there with Vauquelin for, like, most important French performer at the Tour. No, most important, not best. Um, which is why, for me, 80 mountain. Come on, come on. Let's drop him down to, like, maybe 78. Like, the guy was good, but, like, not that good. Come on. Drop his, medium mountain by 1, maybe drop his hill by 1 as well. But, like, for me, it was kind of elsewhere that he performed nice. Like, he held in breakaways quite well, so maybe I'd up his flat by, like, 2. Um, Give him a slight sprint increase because he's winning King of the Mountain sprints and stuff. Yeah, that's probably where I'd go with that. And then, like, recovery, maybe I'd up it to B because he was kind of in and around a lot of the breakaways, but yeah, I don't wanna make him too OP that he's like, listen, if you think Lenny Martinez should be 80 mountain, um, then yeah, then like the video, and if you think Lenny Martinez shouldn't be 80 mountain, also like the video. Well, I discussed the sort of Bahrain leader position now because you've got Martinez, you've got Bilbao, Tiberi, Buitrago, and they're all about the same. And I don't know who I'd have as leader, to be honest. Like, I think Tiberi's quite good, but he wasn't at the tour, so I don't. I think for me, like, we're looking at slight downgrade on Hill. Like, yeah, yeah, maybe 78. I'd probably, yeah, drop his resistance as well. The worst team at the Tour de France. Well, I mean, Coquard was their Tour sprinter, so you'd think he'd be their best guy. French team would wanna send the best guys to the Tour, you'd suspect. Admittedly, Damien Touze was on the team, but I'm not gonna say anything bad about my boy apart from that. Coquard, I'd maybe go 76, 77 instead of 77, 76. That's so minor. Yeah, it's giving me, like, he's a quick guy off the mark, but maybe not in the out and out sprints. So yeah, 76, 77 for me. It's so hard to rate the guy because he's been, like, injured for the whole tour. His sole, like, contribution to this tour was when he crashed Philipsen on the, intermediate sprint. Yeah, I mean, you're asking the sort of leader of the Great British, arm of the Felix Gal fan club here. So I'm gonna try and be, as on the fence as possible. What I am gonna say is we're gonna start by dropping his stamina, I think, maybe to, like, 76. Um, his recovery, I think, is his main attribute, so I that being A is nice. Do I really wanna touch anything else? Like, in all honesty, looks about right, like, mountain, medium mountain wise. Maybe his hill, yeah. Yeah, maybe like a 1 downgrade, yeah. But, like, I think his sprint and his acceleration are slightly under. rated, to be honest with you. Like, he followed a couple of accelerations at this tour, like 59's come on. Yeah, 61, maybe like sort of 68 acceleration. Yeah, for me, that gives him nice, marks in my book. So, I think I'd maybe drop his hill because he wasn't very good on the hill stages, but, like, increase his mountain by 1, 'cause he was much better on the longer climbs. His prologue maybe can go up a bit, and resistance, I mean, the guy was attacking a lot, to be fair. So, yeah, 70. I think he was good in both from what I remember, both of the, individual time trials. Let me just pull it up, just in yeah, he was 4th on stage 5, which was behind Remco, Tadej, and Affini. So, yeah, yeah, but his 78 flat is probably gonna do him a lot of good. Maybe I'll drop it to 77. I think it's, like, right between a B and an A, like, and the dude was a bit crazier in downhill, so I might give him an A agility as well. I mean, Cosnefroid being the same rating as Gal is kind of grating at me a bit. Um, I mean, I feel sorry for French people, but because your game overrates, the French guys, I'm gonna have to step in here. Um, did you are we serious? Like, did we genuinely do that? That's mental. So, I think do you know what I think? That is his, like, original rating, and they've downgraded him. I feel like his ratings now, or like his black ratings are the ones that he should be rated at. Um, yeah, maybe I'd go like 79 hill, sort of. I'll be kind and give him 72 medium mountain just to please people. Um, yeah, yeah, not just if it means one less hate comment, it means one less hate comment. Resistance, yeah, drop that. Um, yeah, that's about right. Cool. Can I get a ball Noah pick in? I just wanna ball Noah pick for Decathlon AG2R. Nicolas Prodom, not even on the first page. I mean, if you want a guy you want to improve, let's give this guy 69 flat. Nice. Let's give him 65 sprint, maybe even like a 70 acceleration as well. Yeah, this is getting the French audience back. Um, maybe like even a 75 medium mountain and a 76 mountain would be a nice little move. And stamina 75 for me. Like, this guy's getting upgraded. Keep resistance 71. Recovery, like, I'd probably keep it a B, actually, yeah. I think we've upgraded him enough, but, like, yeah, this is the guy I think is gonna be, like, Gal's next best man, um, at the door. So, yeah, I thought, let's give him an upgrade, give him a little bit of a increase. They call it EF education because Ben Healy gave the peloton a schooling. Um, you know what I'm saying? 76 flat, come on. Dude's a monster. In all honesty, like, his sprint ain't that good. I yeah, yeah, to be nah. Bro got dusted by Harry Pantra, come on. Maybe even like a 64 if I'm feeling nasty. Accelerations, I think, is fine because, like, he only makes 1 move usually, and it's the winning one. I think maybe +1 on medium mountain, yeah. Mountain maybe I think is fine because he kind of fucked around and found out on the, serious stages. I don't know because, like, I expect his stamina and his like, I'd have his stamina really high, like, because the guy's a demon. Like 80. Yeah. Resistance I think is okay, but yeah, I think his secondaries will carry him. I think everything else is fine there, like keep Nielsen powerless. We're gonna completely forget that the Tour de France existed. You know, I want you to talk about Asgreen, like, because the guy was in a couple of breakaways, but, like, mm, yeah, I think that's a good call. Do I think Unk still got it, though? I think he's still got it in him. I'd maybe, like, up his stamina to, like, 75 to make him a bit of an all-rounder type guy. His flat being at 74 is weirding me out a bit as well. I think he came into this game underrated, so I'm kind of making up for it there. Trying to think of ball Noah picks, and to be honest, I don't got any. Oh, Sweeney. This was Healy's Mountain Domestique at the Tour. So, I mean, for me, yeah. So 73 flat, I think is fine. Maybe like up his sprint and acceleration slightly because he's decent. Maybe like 68 on both. Yeah, I'd go like 73 hill, maybe like 74 medium mountain, and then like 71 mountain, maybe. His TT and his prologue are okay. Actually, his TT's like kind of nice. We'll go 72 TT, yeah, and his stamina 72. Is that fair? And then maybe like 69 resistance for the boys. Now, this guy cooked your boy at the Vuelta. So, oh, yeah, 85, that's a bit more like it. I mean, if I was doing a predictor pick, I'd maybe like give him 78 on all sort of hill, medium mountain, and mountain, just because like I'm predicting he's going to have a good Vuelta. This is based off like no certified knowledge. It's pure vibes based pick. Everything else all right, I think. Maybe it's resistance upgrade, maybe. Like, I'm kind of rating this guy at his best ability rather than his average ability, which is like, yeah. I kind of want more like second tier guys competing with Jonas and Poggy, but on the game. So I think, yeah, giving him an upgrade's fine. I think that's a fair decision. Maybe I'd even take his time trial down by one more. Uh, anything else? I'd say maybe drop his hill by 1. Medium mountain's slightly too big as well, I think 75 for a big guy like him. 74, yeah, that's fine. Mountain's okay, I guess. And his secondaries, I suppose, are alright. I don't maybe to be nice to him, I'd up his stamina to 80, and then maybe have his resistance at, like, 77. But, yeah. If he wants to compete, I guess, with Van der Poel, you'd up his cobblestone to, like, 79 just to for vibes, yeah. Uh, what's Rochas like? Because I sniff Visma rumors. Ugh. Uh, so, I go maybe like 74 hill, 74 medium mountain, maybe yeah, just make them all 74. I think that's because like if Visma are rumored, then you must be okay. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, 74 acceleration maybe as well. Oh, this sprint is absolutely chalked. What the hell? +5. Come on. See, the French audience is back on side. This is yeah, we've upgraded Gaudu and Rush and, like, yeah, we're good. I'd say -5 everybody for the jersey. Geraint Thomas being top is criminal. Like, look what they've got him at now. I genuinely think these are like the black ones are what they are now, and, like, the original ones haven't been changed, if you know what I mean. We did not give Geraint Thomas 79 Mountain. Bring up the receipts right now. I think the white ones are the baseline, and the black ones are what he's supposed to be at now. So let's get him down to 75. No, 75, 74. No, 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 no. Let's respect his wife and his children. Yeah, there's some we gotta respect our elders, man. Well, we're gonna have to do some Rodriguez and Aronsman adjustment, I think, because both of them were at the tour, and Aronsman was low key better. Uh, Low key, but very high key. He might cook at the well, he's even at no, 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 I'm not no, yeah. Tour only, will downgrade. Medium mountain can go down 1 as well. Hill, like, come on. Are we serious? Yeah. Oh, maybe a bit excessive. I go like 76, yeah. Sorry, Carlos, but, Aaron's, yeah, I think that's a good decision, yeah. Maybe upgrade his flat by 1 just to get him into the climbs, on good level. A recovery is absolutely correct. Um, I don't see any other problems with that, in all honesty. I don't mean to bring up the Vuelta again, but dude was 4th on stage 2, behind Jonas, Ciccone, and Gaudu. Like, are we doing a pre-watch and of, you know, giving him a little bit of movement? Low-key, I'd give him maybe 77 hill instead of 78, but, yeah, 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 let's go 63, 74 acceleration, yeah. And then maybe a flat boost as well by 2 for, yeah, just so he's in the climb with a bit more energy. He was in that breakaway with Van der Poel and co, and then got absolutely grilled in basically every stage that looked like he was gonna compete in. So actually I kind of think that's okay, like, low-key, yeah. You got me into bat for these guys, before the tour, purely because I was doing a series with them. Or you could say I'm still doing a series with them. But, let's ignore that. That's a great question. It might be 2, I was gonna say 3, but then even then, that's feels not right. But no, Biniam Girmay, the dude blows hot and cold, but, not hot for a week, cold for a week, kind of like hot for 2 months and then cold for 2 months. So, I think kind of that's okay for a sprint and acceleration. Like, flat's alright as well, I guess. I'd maybe drop his medium mountain by 1 because he's not really been seen in the more versatile stuff. And maybe his mountain by 1 as well, just to make him a bit more of a pure sprinter, because I think that's what he's turning into. Stamina maybe down 1, resistance is fine. Yeah, that's okay. Uh, what's Zimmerman like? Because on the game he's like OP as anything. Okay, that's, passable. George Zimmerman, to be honest with you. Maybe drop his hill and his medium mountain by 1. He's one of these guys where, because he's so even on stats, he kind of, like, does quite well, because his flat and his secondaries are good. So, yeah, I think maybe just dropping those 2 is alright. Well, Derek G is in prison. Uh, well, I mean, he's soon to be. He's just ripped up his contract with these guys. Um, and yeah, so I don't really know how they're gonna handle that. So, I mean, Derek G is gonna be in an INEOS jersey, and he's probably gonna be on 50 everything, knowing INEOS. Nah. Let's give him 74 flat. Um, let's also give the guy 75 hill, and I think medium mountain and mountain. Maybe drop his medium mountain by 1. Um, Time trial, he's good. 74, 72 is yeah. Yeah, I'd have a time trial at 74, maybe prologue at 72. Stamina okay, resistance okay, recovery, yeah, A is alright. He's kind of a second tier guy, and we've turned him into that now, so that's all good. Corbin's strong. Now, pretty like his name. Cooked pidcock on a stage of the Tour of Norway very recently. Like, just absolutely put him in a blender. So, I think he's actually alright, like, 78 hill is probably just enough for cooking pidcock. Um, 78 acceleration, definitely combined like that, that's good. Maybe up his medium mountain and his mountain by 2 maybe, just because he's, like, very versatile. Stamina 72, maybe, like, resistance up 1 as well. That's alright, I think. And then a final one from me, unless we're, like, talking other Tour de France ratings. I mean, Jake Stewart, we've got to discuss. But, Riccitello, the bottom of your screen, what's he at? I'd maybe up him 1 in mountain, and I'd maybe up him 1 in hill, just to make him a bit more of, like, a better domestique for G. And everything else, I think, is it what's his stamina? Maybe his stamina up by 1 and his resistance up by 1 as well, just to yeah, just make him a bit better. Yeah, do you know what? For Mika, he was in my Twitch chat when, he won the stage begging me to upgrade him. So, I mean, for the law, I think we must do it. Yeah, for me, the place where he won that stage, was by making the move on the flat section, if you remember. So maybe I'd give him a +1 flat, and then acceleration looks okay, actually. Sprint is kinda chalked. I'd maybe give him 62 just for vibes purposes. Um, yeah, I mean, I'd probably keep that as it is, to be honest with you. Like, that seems okay. His Yeah, I think his stamina maybe can go up 1. Resistance, I think, is okay. Like, um, what was he like in the TT? Thinking about it. I think if we wanna make him a bit more of a GC contender, then, yeah, maybe, like, 72 on both TT and Prologue just for well, he's gonna be on, TDT Unibet next year, which says a lot, I think. Uh, that's how I'm gonna put it nicely. I'd maybe drop his resistance by 1. Um, I feel like we tampered with this guy because he was, like, good in, like, niche races, from what I remember. And when he went to the Tour de France, he was the square root of useless, I'm afraid. Ah, I was trying to be nice, I'm sorry, Dylan. Yeah, let's be nice to the guy. Um, I kind of tip him to do well at Saitama and get them some good points because he's better than, like, the team is, if you get what I mean. Like, he shouldn't be riding at 2nd division, but at the same time, he's quite low top division now for a sprinter. So 78, 77, I think is okay. I'd give him an upgrade in flat. Maybe 75 is actually right the right call for those guys. I'd maybe drop his sprint because of like all of the post-race interviews I heard was, "I wanna take Mauro Schmid to the sprint because I think I can beat him." Um, so kinda none of the peloton races, yeah, the aura loss maybe means a -2 for that. Hill at 77's fine. Medium mountain maybe down 1, but, and maybe mountain down one as well. But like his secondaries, I think 75 stamina, maybe like 74 resistance as well. I mean, channel hero, so we've got to be kind to the guy. Uh, yeah, let's pretend we've never seen Luke clap. Yeah. Well, what we're gonna start with is the final corner of yesterday's Vuelta stage. Jonathan. Jonathan. I think his sprint and his acceleration are okay, to be honest with you, like, he's alright. Yeah, let's go to VAR for Guillemot. I mean, he was on 79.78. Okay. Yeah, I might give him a +1 in flat because he's just a big dude. Yeah, maybe like a +2 in that, just for just to big him up slightly. But in all honesty, like, yeah, 81.79's okay. I mean, as long as he's not near any sort of road signs or road furniture. I mean, for me, maybe I'd drop his stamina maybe by 1. Um, drop it by 1 with a not so nice Tour de France. Uh, 72 flats okay, I guess. I'd drop his sprint and acceleration by yeah, maybe sprint by 1, acceleration by 2. Uh, I he was pretty poor this whole Tour de France, so I think everything else is kind of okay. Agility is fine because he's a cyclocross dude. Recovery, uh, uh, maybe you're thinking about dropping that even to a D, but like sort of borderline C and D. So maybe keep it as for the Belgians. What was Gal? Am I gonna go up to bat for him, or is he overrated? Because I'm happy to bat for this guy. Give me 69 flat, I think, to make him a bit better at the foot. Uh, I think stamina I'd keep at 76, but maybe 73 resistance. Just like I think him as a rider, he does like a small attack, and then he holds down X, if you will, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'd maybe give him that. I think that's it. Maybe even a 79 medium, just for a little push, and maybe 77 hill. They wanted us to upgrade that check, I think, in the last set, which I think is very fair decision. He is pretty good as is. Like, maybe I'd give him 73 sprint, maybe 72 acceleration. Uh, everything else, maybe a medium mountain upgrade because he was a bit of a tank. Maybe like 73 there. Mountain, I think you've got to give him a big upgrade. Like he's super versatile, so 69 maybe. Yeah, we're on the same wavelength there. I 78's fine. Like everything else, maybe I'd drop his resistance by 1, and that's about it. Like he's been good in the cobbles recently, but 76 is an okay rating, I think, for him. See, this every year, this brother is ass in the Tour, and every year he goes and recovers it with the Vuelta, which hypes him up for the Tour when he's ass, and then he recovers it at the Vuelta. So, I think Mass is pretty tricky to rate. I'd still keep him at 80 mountain and maybe 79 medium mountain like they are now, because I kind of want him on Vuelta form just to, like, compete. Um, I mean, if I'm being critical, I'd drop his stamina to, like, 76. Maybe move his resistance up because it's like, yeah, he's not too bad in the attack. Um, I'd keep that, to be honest with you. Like, in Spain, guy cooks. Also kinda good on the time trials from what I remember. Like, he did some good perform Yeah, that's why it sticks in the memory. Yeah, you changed him after the time trial and he was 10th. So I'd give him 73, yeah, that's right. The man of the hour. Now I know you won't be editing this one too much, but please, oh please, could you include our bingo card segment where I predicted Oscar Onley top 5 at the Tour de France, and I got laughed at, and I got left out the room, but I stuck strong, and because of this, I am now Felix Gal forward slash Oscar Onley batter. Uh, Mountain, I mean, 79 kinda nice. I'll have him at 79 mountain. Let's have him at 78 medium mountain. Hill, I kind of do you know what? He's due a downgrade somewhere. Let's give him one -1 Hill. Um, Acceleration, dude was following Jonas attacks. Let's give him 75. Maybe cheeky little 65 sprint as well because he's not too bad in the accelerations. 70 flat, I think. Get him into the mountains. Nice. Nice. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. 70 TT. Like he wasn't fantastic, but he held his own. 69 Prolog as well, maybe for upgrading TT, and then secondaries. Stamina 74. I'd go maybe like 75 resistance. Yeah. Recovery. I'd maybe give him an A because like dude was good for the whole tour. I am happy to accept any upgrade. I'm glad to accept. I mean 75 resistance as well. Come on, man. Like now the British hype is on his back. Yeah, it's all gonna go wrong. I'd slightly downgrade Bardet because I mean Bardet still being ahead of Onley's a little bit. Which I think just as long as Oscar's behind him, or sorry, ahead of him, should I say? Um, Lund Anderson's been a good lead out man. I've done my shilling out for GB with Onley. You can do your Denmark. I'd maybe even give him a cheeky little stamina buff. Maybe like 71. 71 with maybe like 72 resistance. One man. Tom Pidcock's upgrade. Or well, upgrade in major quotation marks. Hill 79 for me. Everything else I think kind of okay, like does the job. That's kind of what Tom Pidcock is right now. Yeah, maybe I'd sort of drop that to 77, yeah. One thing that is staring me in the face is acceleration. I'd maybe even, like, up him by almost 10 in that, like, maybe a 68 or something, and then maybe, like, a +5 sprint. I mean, the mountain time trial, he was super good. I mean, he was 4th in that, he was 6th in the flat one. I'd maybe, yeah, 77's okay, I guess. I'd maybe give him a +1 in prologue. I'd give him, like, 80 mountain, 81 medium mountain, and then, like, 80 hill. Just drop them all by 1. Yeah. I think it's probably, like, pretty even between the pair of them. Um, the thing is he's, like, a better all-round guy, I think, which would work better in a Grand Tour. So, yeah, for me, like, maybe drop his stamina and his maybe his resistance can stay, but maybe drop his stamina by 1, yeah. And his time trial's alright. Like, maybe not 79, maybe, like, 78. Maybe I'd drop his acceleration by 1, but, like, increase his sprint a bit because he's still, like, a decent sprinter. And then, yeah, I think everything else is kind of okay with that. Yeah, 80.9 versus 80.7, that's I think we did because there was a little bit of fallout from the Remco downgrade from what I remember. Yeah, I mean, 82 flat, objectively correct. Um, I mean, he was good in the hill stages. Maybe I'd put him on 81 hill, but maybe I'd even drop the mountain by, like, 1. I don't care. Um, yeah, I think that's about right for Remco personally. Ooh, I mean, his flat's better as well, isn't it? Um, I'd maybe drop Merlit's flat by 1, but up his acceleration by 1. Just make him a pure, like, yeah, pure sprint guy. Yeah, maybe if he dogs on Milan, you can upgrade Milan's sprint by 1 or something. Yeah, yeah, maybe I'd give him 73. His resistance as well, I might drop just to make him a little bit more competitive with Milan. Ooh, I mean, what's Van Wilder versus Parry Pantra's mountain? Parry Pantra's better, that's fine, yeah. If he finished higher on Vontu, then give me Parry Pantra over Van Wilder, but the Van Wilder pull was a bit legendary. Yeah, maybe I'd increase sort of Parry Pantra's I'd maybe up his secondaries by, like, 1. Maybe his flat by 1 actually, because he it was a flat stage until the mountain. These are the ratings that I don't want anybody to argue with, because you guys can either have a competitive mode between Jonas and Tadej, or you can have a realistic mode where Tadej just puts Jonas on a lead and walks him around 21 stages. I think for me, I'd improve his sprint by 1 and maybe give him a slight acceleration increase because, like, guys pretty quick, like, maybe even I'd go, like, 76 acceleration. I'd maybe drop to 80 'cause, like, okay, sure, sure. Uh, I think, medium mountain fine, like, it still puts him quite far clear of everybody else. Um, Time trial, I'd maybe drop by 1. I mean, yeah, guys time trial wasn't brilliant. Maybe even 78. Second time trial was alright, I guess. Yeah. You've defended him there. You've defended him well. Um, I'd maybe drop his stamina by 1 and up his resistance by 1 as a trade there, because then you can prove you've downgraded Jonas and that you're being fair. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. It's I'd go, yeah, maybe 79 and 80 prologue. Secondaries, I'd maybe drop his stamina by 1. I'd maybe put him at 73, yeah, 73 acceleration. He's got a Danish name, but he is firmly American. I'd drop medium mountain and hill by 1. Yeah. Uh, Maybe drop his resistance by 1 as well. Yeah, I was kinda looking at that. It's kind of borderline, isn't it? I think sort of 78 medium mountain is a fair downgrade, but maybe I'd up his hill by 1. And then secondary wise, I think that's okay, like, yeah. And maybe his hill by 1 as well, like, I don't think dude was there on the hill stages. He won the final one before the rest day. I think it was 10. There is one guy I am staring at in this team selection. Please welcome Matthew Brennan, because I want to bring up his recent performances. Okay, he's gone to the Deutschland Tour. Stage 1, he's beat Jonathan Milan in a flat ass sprint, right? That's just stage 1, alright? Stage 4, he's only gone and done it again. Now, one time, you're lucky. 2 times, now we're talking. I'd go 78, 78 on sprint acceleration. I don't wanna overrate him, don't wanna be accused of bias here. Maybe I'd go 75 flat as well. But for me, he's mega, mega versatile. So I'd maybe up his medium mountain and maybe give him sort of 63 mountain. His secondaries look okay, and yeah, it's hard to rate his recovery based on a 1-week race, so I think that's alright. 78 flats, right. Stamina definitely needs a +2, I think. Yeah. Resistance, yeah, maybe like a 74. I mean, I'd maybe even go slightly higher, like yeah, I agree with that. Maybe stamina slightly up as well. I'm happy I've got my Brennan pick in, so yeah. Oh, Jordan Jagat, dude top 10. Yeah, literally hit the only performance of this tour from the team. Um, and he was like he did it on all terrains. I'd give him like a +1 flat. He was in the breakaways quite often, so I'd maybe up his acceleration to like 71. Then mountain, maybe 75, medium mountain 76, hill's probably about right on 75. Yeah, resistance, maybe I'd go to 73, and then stamina sort of 74. Yeah, recovery B, yeah, let's not have him on the elite contenders. And that's pretty much the only guy I'm thinking about on TotalEnergies, but thoroughly enjoyable. 85 celebration. I mean, I honestly think that's okay, like, I don't want to downgrade Alaphilippe either, so. No, I mean, if I'm being realistic, right, okay. If I wanna throw you out actual stats, 79 flat, 70 sprint, 80 acceleration, 80 t I'll keep it at 82 hill, 83 medium mountain, 83 mountain, please. Time trial time trial's 80 fine, prologue being 78 's fine. He he got beaten by Remco in the flat one, so yeah. Stamina, that's looking persistently like an 84 right now. I don't wanna rate anything 85, but that's resistance, I'd go 79. Hobbles, I might even push to 81, if I'm rating him realistically, I'm having him at that. Yeah, I'm kind of rating him there to give Vingegaard, like, a 1% chance. Yeah, I mean, you'd argue giving him an F recovery for, his interest in stages. Hey, the hate is on you. I've given you my yeah. Almeida, I'd maybe drop his flat by 1. Bad start for the Portuguese audience. His sprint is kinda good. I'd give him maybe 68, maybe with a 72 acceleration. Then I'd maybe go I'd drop his medium mountain by 1, but I'd increase his hill by 1, I think. Because I didn't wanna make him too absurd, and I kinda want him to compete with these sort of gal type riders in this second tier. So, for me, that's okay. Time trial might be a bit too high, like, drop him by 1. And then stamina, 79, I'd go 78 stamina and maybe, like, 75 resistance. Kind of wasn't a great performance from him at the Tour. Agree. I'd maybe give him 79 medium mountain as well. maybe a 78 hill, yeah. I think the gap between Ayuso and Almeida there is fine, because I think those 2 are sort of at war with each other. Maybe yeah, the fact that now Yates has been downgraded below both of these guys works for me, I think. I'd maybe drop his flat. That feels a little bit too high to, like, 72 maybe as well. I didn't wanna agree with the developers on everything. That's my main problem. So for that, I'm gonna drop his medium mountain to 79. Yeah, I give him 74 flat as well because the guy going into climbs is nuts. I'd go, like, 78 acceleration. Yeah, I mean, he actually kind of finished high on GC from what I remember, just for the sake of leading out Pogacar. Yeah, he was 13th in GC, like, yeah, I think that's fair. Stamina's okay, resistance is okay, yeah. Recovery? I think B's alright, to be honest. Yeah, don't wanna make him too OP. I'd maybe up his flat rather than his stamina, just because, like, he held that the stage when he got was on the he pulled away on the flat set. Maybe just 78. I don't wanna go too heavy. Okay, fair, fair, okay. I mean, 85 mountain realistically, because the dude was in polka dots, right? Yeah. No, I'd go, like, 72. Other stuff I think is okay. Like, maybe I'd drop his resistance by 1, but I'm being picky there. His acceleration, yeah, that's okay. That's alright, yeah. Love you, Nils Pollitt, but yeah, I'm gonna pretend like the tour didn't happen for you. Yeah. I think all of his uphill stats are fine. Maybe I'd up his resistance by 1, and his TT's okay. Like, I'd maybe give him sort of 69 TT. I think he was good. I also thought Anders Johannesson was quite good, and I don't see him on that first page. So, ooh, this is a all Noah selection, ladies and gentlemen. Sound the alarm. I'd upgrade his flat because he was in a couple breakaways. 68 flat for me. Maybe like 60. Let's make no 71 acceleration because he was in those breaks. He was on that hill stage, wasn't he? That Yates won. I think he was in the breakaway there. I'd go like 71 hill, maybe like 73 medium mountain, and then like 72 mountain. I think that's kind of okay. And then his stamina, I'd go 70. Like, to be at the Tour de France in general, you probably got to be above a 68.8. Like, resistance, I'd go maybe 69, and then recovery, I'd up to a B. Verenskjold's been kind of good as of late. Abrahamson's the guy I'm looking at. Yeah, I'd go 69 sprint, and I'd go 71 acceleration because of him beating Schmid. Admittedly, that everybody else wanted to go to the sprint with. Yeah, it looked cool. 70 medium mountain, I think. Just up it by 1, yeah. Then stamina and resistance. 77 stamina maybe, like, he's damn good. And then resistance 74, and I feel like he'd be good on cobbles. That's a pure, like, pure vibe guess, yeah. Yeah, because he won the race that Brennan and Milan were in overall, not by, like, beating them on individual stages, but, like, being in and around. So I'd maybe go, like, 77 sprint, 74 acceleration. Yeah, court is gonna be the if it's a Danish person and you've not seen them, don't downgrade them, but don't touch them, I think is the rule we operate on. What a great, exciting one to finish on. Higuita was, I think, their best finisher at this tour. He was 14th overall. Yeah, I think I'd go maybe, yeah, small upgrade on mountain, maybe 75, maybe 76 medium mountain, and then I think hill's okay. Stamina, yeah, little upgrade there, little upgrade resistance as well. I'd go B recovery, and I'd maybe go, like, 69 flat to get him into mountains not cooked. I think that's okay. And Ballerini was super good for them, and I don't see him on that first page. Damn. Uh, 74 flat. I think I'd leave his sprint and acceleration, to be honest. He was kind of more of like a big ruler type guy, so maybe stamina and resistance we're looking at for this dude. I'd go 73 stamina, 74 resistance, maybe. Make him a flat guy. And then he was good on the Paris stage, from what I remember. So maybe like a small cobblestone upgrade. That is if you're not sort of murdered by anybody first for rating their favorite rider down. If you have any serious queries, though, please send them to Lucas's address, which is